Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Well, in less than 30 days, early teal season is going to start up. My favorite time of the year. One of the most asked questions that I usually get this time of the year on my live streams, hey, this is my first time ever hunting teal. What do I look for when I start to scout? So y'all stay tuned, because I'm fixing to show y'all some things. Hopefully will help you out this upcoming season. The early teal season is probably one of my favorite times of the year to duck hunt. It's not brutally cold. The weather is generally nice. You know, you can hunt in a boat. You can hunt out of the boat. It doesn't really matter. Of course, depending on where you're at. These birds are, well, let's just face facts. They're stupid. This time of the year, they'll decoy to nothing but they'll decoy to a dove spinner. You don't really need a lot of equipment. A handful of decoys, a spinner, your shotgun, and a teal call, and you're good to go. It is, like I said, it is my favorite time of the year. I get to knock the rust off the gun and go after the birds, and they're great tasting to begin with. Generally speaking, we're talking blue-winged teal. Although you can shoot all three species of teal, blue wing, green wing, and of course cinnamon. You can shoot all three of those species during this early teal season. Most of the time here in the southeast on the Atlantic Flyway, we are going to see blue wing teal. Occasionally we'll see some green wing, and I have never seen a cinnamon teal on the East Coast. Oh, you may get a straggler every now and then, but generally speaking, those cinnamons, they're out west. One of the biggest problems that most early season teal hunters face, especially new hunters, is duck identification. Listen, juvenile wood ducks, I'm not saying that they look a lot like teal, but a lot of people confuse them with teal. Just because it's teal season does not mean that the only thing that's flying is going to be teal. You're going to have wood ducks that are flying. You're going to have black-bellied whistling ducks, depending on the area that you're in. We have quite a few in my area. You may have some residential mallards that may be around. So just because it's flying does not necessarily mean that it is a teal. So you need good identification prior to pulling that trigger. I highly suggest get you a very good book. Look at the pictures, see what they look like. Go online, look at videos of teal in flight, wood ducks in flight, mallards in flight. Look at these and study them, so when it's time to pull that trigger, you know good and well that it's a blue wing. One of the biggest identifying factors is if you'll let those teal fly by you, they will generally turn on their side, and you can see those bright pale blue patches on their wings. That is the biggest identifier. So be looking for that before you pull that trigger. Now, when it comes to teal hunting and looking and scouting and trying to find a place to hunt, number one, you gotta have teal. You gotta have teal in the area. You gotta know that there's at least something around, or has been around, or may come through. You know, I wouldn't look for teal in a parking lot, of course, or I wouldn't look for teal in a swamp. Teal like wide open areas. They like shallow water flats. They like marshy areas, but they don't like timber. They're not going to be in the woods. They're going to be out on these open flats, pretty much like the one I'm here. That's what you're going to look for. wide open flats. If there's emergent vegetation, such as lily pads, maybe some alligator grass, submergent vegetation such as hydrilla or even coontail moss, these are things you're going to be looking for as well as far as food sources. Now, they generally don't eat the vegetation, but what they will do is they will get the invertebrates, the small freshwater shrimp, invertebrates, hellgrammites, snails, small little mollusks, small frogs, minnows, that kind of thing. That's what they're going to be eating. Small crawfish, even large crawfish. So that's what they're going after this time of year, especially down here in the southeast. That's what you got to be looking for. You look for your water that's at least 8 inches or less. It doesn't. Now, that's not a hard, fast rule, because I have shot them in deeper water. But looking for those shallow water mud flats is where you know that's what they're going to like. Like I said, I have shot them in deeper water, but generally I had a lot of vegetation around. Remember, teal are here today and they're gone tomorrow. Most guide services, especially I know of one down in Hackberry, their motto was, "You should have been here yesterday." And when going after teal, that motto holds true. You have got to scout these birds constantly. I would start scouting about a week out. If you can, a week out. Start looking for the vegetation. Start seeing if you see any birds show up. And definitely the weekend prior to the season opening up. That's when you're going to start doing your most scouting. And then, when the hunt's over, you continue to scout. Don't just pack up and head to the house to get you your favorite cheeseburger. Go and scout. Start looking for other areas. Get you a pair of binoculars. Don't run up into these areas full bore in your mud motors or your other bigger outboards. Stay off to the outside of it. Look in with a pair of binoculars. If you have to go in, hey, grab a pair of waders and wade in looking for these birds, or you're going to spook them off and they're not coming back. My biggest tip would be to scout. But what to look for? Shallow water, mud flats, emergent vegetation, and even submergent vegetation. That's what you're going to be looking for, because that is what's going to hold what they want to eat. The invertebrates, the hellgrammites, the small mollusks, and so forth. Well, guys, this has been a short video, but I had a lot of requests for this video. What am I looking for? This is what you need to start looking for. Get out here, enjoy the day. Hey, listen, grab your rod, go fish. And while you're fishing, look for these areas. Or just get out here like I've done today. Got out here early this morning, watched a couple of ducks fly over. Most of them have been summer ducks. Seen a couple black-bellied whistling ducks and a few resident mallards. Hey, and then enjoy your day. Anyway, hope this video helped you out, and we will see y'all next time on Daddy Duck 365.